These people underestimated you in the biggest of ways, okay? This is a moment of your journey of your life where you are vindicated, okay? And vindicated is like, you know, it's a form of like being justified. You're proven right. And this isn't about ego. Like, because we ain't like that. The souls who this is for, we're not like that. We're not like, I told you so, I'm right. Like, we're not in the ego like that, okay? This is simply your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides coming through. And like, literally, I'm, you know, behind the scenes meeting with clients and doing readings for clients. And I also have readings for YouTube. This message just came in like, I was like on a little break eating some yogurt in between sessions, and this message came through like a bolt of lightning, and it was like so strong. You are vindicated. You are vindicated. And the other part is these people or certain individuals, they underestimated you. And this is a huge justification for you. So, you know, this reading isn't going to be for everybody, right? Obviously, but for who it is for, this is a moment of absolute like justice, okay? In like the most powerful of ways. Like I'm seeing the World card, I'm seeing the Judgment card, I'm seeing the Justice card, like all these major arcanas. I'm seeing the Hierophant. Like this is like spiritual divine blessings, blessing this message, blessing you. It's a spiritual divine blessings because of the justice, like, you know. And I'm just getting like people who underestimated your power. They underestimated your power. They took advantage of you. Okay, for some of you guys, literally, this is, you know, it's family, it's friends, it's people close to you, or people that you thought you could trust, people you trusted. I just saw 222. People you trusted or you thought were like good, quote, good people. You know how like, you know how everyone is like, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. And it's like, okay, yeah, keep telling yourself that. Whatever helps you sleep better at night. This could be an ex-lover, someone who, you know, was like taking your power, siphoning off of you. They thought, you know, you're never going to leave me. You're never going to, you know, what are you going to do about it? It's kind of like that. And you did. You took your power back. And, you know, you're too, like, you can't be fooled. You can't be played with. You can't, like, people can't do mind games with you. They can't, like, BS you. They can't, you know, like, you see through all of that. Like, you're too awoken. Like, you're too enlightened of a human, you know, reconnected to your soul consciousness. Like, people can't get anything past you. And what I'm getting is, like, it triggers people. Like, people who can't control you. People who, they try to, like, diminish you, lower you, pull you down. They try to make you doubt yourself and question yourself. And those are the ones I'm talking about, okay? But the message was very clear about you being vindicated. Like, you have been, I just saw this on the bottom of the deck, you have been in Five of Cups energy, like, over and over and over and over and over again, okay? So Five of Cups, 5 is change. 5 is change. Heartbreak, loss, grief. For me, the 5 of Cups often feels like rock bottom, honestly. Like, I know the rock bottom card is like the 10 of Swords in the tarot, but this, I mean, if you've experienced extreme loss, especially like loved ones or people close to you, and like where you've experienced true loss and grief in those ways, like, that is rock bottom. That is one of the most painful things you can endure. And I just feel that for you. I feel like these individuals, these people, you know, sometimes they're, you know, people call, like, for some, maybe they were like handlers, you know what I mean? Like, they were sent literally to to block you, to hurt you, to siphon you, to control you, kind of a thing, okay? So it's like the more that you've gone against this and the more that you have pushed away all of this kind of stuff, the more of this you've experienced, because it can be like a form of like spirit, you know, like attack energy, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. I feel like some of these individuals, honestly, like for some of them, they've seen the light, and because their life, like what they did to you or other people, like that's what's coming back on them now, right? Like we know how karma works. So what you put out, you will get back. Especially if you are harming a light worker, like, you know, one of the star souls that chose to come here. We are the chosen souls because we chose to be here. We volunteered to come here, right? When you harm a light worker, the repercussions of that is beyond, right? And we know this. Like for me personally, like the people that have like done me dirty and stuff like that, like I feel bad for them. I honestly feel sorry for them. Like not like, I'm not even being like, you know, condescending or anything. I mean, I literally feel sorry for them and feel bad for them because I know what is coming for them because of what they did to me, you know? And I pray for people like this. Like I pray for the ones who have hurt me. And I know you guys are the same way. And again, this is the vindication. This is the, well, the universe going, hey, I've got tricks up my sleeve too. And you just wait. You just wait. Because you're about to see your vindication. You're about to live it. You're about to witness it. And it's going to be for a lot of you guys, like, you know, it's very public, I think, for a lot of you guys. Like people are seeing this vindication there. For some of you guys, I'm getting, you were wrongfully accused of something, or you were wrong, or people gossiped about you, or like made rumors about you to tarnish your name or try to, like, you know what I mean? I mean, this can go like back in life, even like just experiences you've had, but like there's people out there who are actually in the wrong, who are actually the antagonizers, and they're the ones playing victim. They're the ones who shifted the blame. They played victim, pulled the victim card, and they projected it all. It's like the stuff they did, they projected it onto you and started telling other people that, you know, that's what you were doing or something like that, okay? But you weren't, okay? So it was like, let's just say no matter what, you were wrongfully accused of something. Now, I'm a Libra sun and I'm a light warrior of God, like of the angelic realms. Like one of my biggest things that I cannot stand is being wrongfully accused of something, the injustice of it, injustices where you are not heard for your truth, where people take sides and choose sides, and they like will listen to the people who are the perpetrator or the antagonizer instead of the actual victim. And it happens all the time, especially with light workers. So I don't know how, like I'm literally reading for thousands of people, like I don't know how it's going to tie into your specific scenario or situation or life or experience, but that's the vibe. That's the vibe coming through. Okay. Very, very strongly Lilith. Lilith. Okay. We're talking the dark, feminine Lilith energy. For some of you guys, you work with Lilith, you pray with Lilith, you call upon her, especially when you're facing darkness or moving through your shadow or shadow cycles or dark nights of the soul and things like that. You connect with the goddesses like Lilith, Hecate, Kali, like, you know what I mean? So, but Lilith and Medusa, actually Medusa is coming through. Now, I love working with all of them too. And I have actually a pretty strong connection with the energy and the essence of Medusa. And when she comes through to me, like she came through to me one time when I started working with her. And I literally audibly, like psychically, I heard, you know, she said, you may call me Mea Dusa, like Mea Dusa. Okay, so I don't know. That's just my experience. I'm not saying that's her name or that's how you should say it. You guys know me. If you are new here, I'm Erica, psychic medium, oracle prophetess. Welcome to Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot. This is an activation station. This is an activation portal and a healing portal. So when you come here, these messages are not just like all kinds of other tarot readings out there. Like this is literal activations, healing, you know, channeling, like with the ascended masters, etc., like stuff like that. Okay, so Lilith and Medusa, and this is like the wrathful parts of them that are like the most wrathful, that are the most like angry and ragey, and like it's like what I said a moment ago, like they cannot stand injustices, especially injustice against divine feminine or women. But literally Lilith, like they're here for all of us, man or woman. You can call upon them, you can work with them, but especially for the women, because this is the new earth. This is new earth where the divine feminine has risen. She has taken back her rightful place on the throne, meaning the patriarchal rule and all that. Okay, like we know all the things. So the queen has risen again. You have risen again. Your inner feminine that was suppressed has risen again. So when people go against you, and when people like try to hurt you and harm you after you've already been through so much, reconnecting to your inner selves, your inner child, your soul consciousness, your inner feminine, you know, it literally like enrages the goddess or the goddesses, okay, like Lilith and Hecate. So that's your confirmation, okay? So Kali, Hecate, all of them that I just named, right? Also, like, I'm just keeping it real here. Like, I work a lot. I run every Sunday. We run our mystery school with Mary. It's a Magdalene Isis Hathor mystery school, and I work very closely with them. Okay, and a lot of you guys do too, and you resonate with them, and you feel the connection with them, right? But just like us, they have they're ascended souls, so they're done with Earth, but they have their shadow, like they have their darkness and light too, right? So sometimes I will literally call upon like Isis, right? And I'm like, Isis, and I will literally connect deliberately with her shadow, calling forth the shadow side of Isis, the wrathful side of Isis, the you know, that kind of energy. So I don't know, but again, that's just me as a priestess, as an oracle, as a healer, you know. That's how I often will work with them. But that's what I'm getting here is these people projected so much darkness, so much shadow, but they underestimated you, your intelligence, your capability, your power. They really underestimated your power. For some of you guys, I'm getting, these are actual, like, these are other people who call themselves healer. These are other spiritual people in the spiritual community that took advantage of you, that wronged you, that hurt you. Okay, and you guys, I've heard through my own clients, I have heard the horror stories. Okay, I have heard through so many of my beautiful clients that, I mean, they've been traumatized by their experience with other healers or readers or whatever in the spiritual community. It is, to me, it is sickening, but you know, all we can do is keep anchoring the light and transmuting and filtering that stuff out. And if you guys have been with me for years, I've talked about this relentlessly, about the waves of light that would be coming in. I spoke about this like 3-4 years ago, you know, like that's how, so I was talking about like this time frame now where the waves of light would start hitting, which they are, that's what we're moving through. And how, you know, there would be a great, like, you know, transmutation, obviously, right? But I was like, specifically in the spiritual community on social media, because of all of the darkness and the ego distortion and the know-it-alls and the people who are like that, like they're very rigid and like well, this is what I channeled, so this is the infinite all. This is the truth. And I'm like, no, that's your truth. That's your experience, okay? So always remember that. Like, you do not have to take in other people's, everything you watch, read, everything, even me. Like, that's why I always say, though, I'm pretty good about that. I'm very good at, like, I want everyone to tune in with their own heart, you know? First, no matter what. Like, don't listen to this person because they're a high priestess for the last 30 years. Don't listen to this person because they have 18 million certificates of Reiki. Don't listen to this person because they, you know, went through the medicine wheel and they call themselves shaman. Don't listen to this person because blah, blah, blah. Like, okay? Is there a lot of great information out there and people? Absolutely, of course. But there is a lot of infiltration in this spiritual community. And so, for a lot of you guys, that's a part of this message. Like, you literally, like, were traumatized or people used you, or they manipulated, or something like that, okay? To siphon your power, siphon your energy, you know, whatever it is, I don't know. It's parasitic. It's a parasite energy, okay? So anyways, yeah, didn't I say judgment? Look, there's the judgment card. I was seeing, like, with my mind's eye earlier, I was seeing, like, judgment, the world card, justice, the Hierophant, and there's judgment. First of all, your angels are communicating to you big time about all of this. Like, for who this is for, this message is further confirmation for you because you're receiving so many angelic downloads, messages, synchronicities, communications from the angelic realm. This is Archangel Gabriel. Judgment is karma. Judgment is huge karma. Like, when you're under judgment by the universe to, like, you're moving through some kind of karma, some kind of negative karma or something, right? So for me, what this is saying is the people who have made you feel like this, the people who have underestimated you, you know, done you dirty, like, in your heart of hearts, I see forgiveness. I see that for some of you guys, you still are holding on to a grudge or a resentment or an anger, and that's okay. Like, that's okay. We have to honor our shadow. We can't suppress it and be like, you know, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this way about another human. I need to be compassionate. Yeah, compassion, all the things, but that doesn't mean that you need a spiritual bypass what happened to you because, you know what I mean? So, you guys know me. I keep it real around here, but these people have made you feel this, like, sadness. They've broken your heart. They've created loss in your life, grief in your life. They've emotionally drained you. They maybe energetically drained you, or, like, you notice when you were around them, you were constantly, like, feeling tired after, or yawning a whole bunch, or, you know what, like, you felt like my energy's, like, I'm hearing you finally put 2 and 2 together. So for some of you guys, you've had some epiphany, aha moments about certain individuals where you didn't realize that what was happening. And then one day you were like, oh my God, I see it now. Like, whenever I'm around them is when I'm drained of energy. Okay. So again, these are the individuals, but the whole message here is about your vindication. The whole message is about the fact that you are resurrecting in, like, the most powerful of ways right now. Okay. Like, it's like the more pain you've gone through, the more suffering you've gone through, and you have pulled yourself up by the bootstraps every single time, and you got back up on the horse, and you kept riding forward, you kept going. Every time you've done that, you have accumulated some kind of massive, like, energetic wealth streams or something. I don't know. I'm just channeling, like, what I'm seeing. I actually just did a reading about this yesterday about, what was the message? Oh, it was about, you're about to make a ton of money by simply pursuing your spiritual gifts. Like, your literal, like, what the gifts you were born with, the gifts of your soul. And you're actually meant to be like a millionaire. And for who that message was for, you've always felt that. Like, not in, like, an ego, like, oh, I want to buy a mansion and a Maserati, and you don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. Or maybe you do, that's okay too. But that's not why you're wanting to be rich. You've always just felt like you were meant to be rich, like very wealthy, very successful, very maybe seen or celebrated, like, you know, and that's because on a soul level, that's exactly what you came here to be and do and experience. So it's like you already know that. Your higher self has already been telling you that. And for a lot of you guys, it's happening. It is literally happening. But anywho, so it's like, I mean, it's sad because what I'm seeing is like a bunch of people are under judgment right now for hurting light workers. Period. They are under judgment right now. And again, we're not like good. They get their, like, we're not like that over here. Okay. We're like so elevated and way beyond that kind of like toxic ego stuff. Like I said, we feel actual compassion for people that are under judgment, because right now they're the ones that are losing it all. They're the ones that are suffering. They're the ones that are grieving. They're the ones that have loved ones dying. They're the ones that, you know, are just having one bad thing happen after the next. Okay. And it's, for me, I have compassion. It's going to be very turbulent. Okay. And it's the scales of justice balancing out here. Okay. So they're receiving their karma and you're receiving your karma. Like, but yours is like resurrection. Like you've passed through the hoops, the tests of major karma. Okay. Without becoming a total a-hole. You know what I mean? Like people, like, they just get jaded and angry and suppress everything. And like, you know, but you've been actually allowing yourself to heal, right? And taking that time. And so this is a resurrection for you, but judgment for them. There could also be a really powerful form of communication, like a life-changing communication, some kind of communication that changes your entire life right now. This could be like job-related, career, job, opportunity. This could be about your business. This could be about, you know, collaborations or someone reaching out to you. Like, let's say you have a podcast, right? And let's say you're like trying to grow your podcast. And let's say someone famous or someone, you know, in the spotlight who has a large following or another podcast, they reach out to you and they're like, hey, I love your work. I love your energy. Can we collaborate? And you're like, oh my God, this is like the opportunity of a lifetime, right? Or whatever the case, right? But anyway, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, look at that. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. We have the King of Wands. We have the 10 Pentacles. We have the Star card. This is right here. Here you go. This right here is your vindication. Divine, like there is partnership, you know, soulmates coming together. The 10 Pentacles is like, are you kidding me? Like that's the wealth that's the wealth. That's the riches. That's everything I was literally just talking about being confirmed here. And the Star is stardom. Okay. And I don't mean stardom like, you know, like Kardashian type crap, right? I mean like you're rich and famous, or you're being seen, or you're going like viral, because of your gifts, because of your soul, because of like who you are. And the wealth that you are receiving is also because of that, right? And that's what I mean. So I don't know what to say. Like, honestly, like King of Wands. I feel like there is someone who is just dead set on you. There is some kind of beautiful, like masculine energy, a king, vibrational energy coming through here with him. I mean, and this guy don't play. Like the King of Wands does not play. He's the king of fire. He's the king of magic. He's the king of passion and charisma and like all these different things, right? This could also be, I'm hearing like a CEO, or I'm telling you, like maybe you're a tarot reader and maybe there's someone that wants to maybe invest in you, or an idea you have, or you know, it could be anything, honestly. Like, I don't know, but I'm also getting just like random blessings too, but this is your moment of vindication. And the people who, again, like took advantage or stole from you or lied or used you or manipulated, they're being, it's a very hard hitting energy for them right now. And feels like the universe is going to make sure you know that. So like, for example, if it's a specific person who did you dirty, then the universe will make sure that somehow, some way you literally see or know that this person has had their downfall or something happened. And again, it's not something to celebrate. It's just the universe going, see, everything evens out in the end. Like everything happens the way it's meant to in the end, right? This right here is the alignment. This is the resurrection. This is the judgment. It's like the angelic realm is saying, like, you know, you've passed through judgment. You've closed the cycle. You're done with that karmic energy. And now this is what you are stepping into, or this is what you're meant to live now. You always have the free will choice to go backwards and go back into old patterns, old, you know, revisit old relationship. Like you have that option, right? But that would absolutely be like, you know, stepping back into the karmic loops. And you've ascended beyond that. Give me more around the vindication and the justice. Two of Wands. Look at that. Ace of Swords, bottom of the deck. Archangel Michael. So we have two archangels here showing up in your reading. Angelic messengers. This is your victory. And I swear to you, this is like repetitive at this point because the victory energy keeps coming through. Like insanely coming through. Especially like this last week. Like the new moon. Like everything that it's just been so wild, right? And you could be getting a lot of like 111, 222, those kinds of numbers. 1010, 55. 5 or whatever. Also the 888, the 8s. I think the 8s are going to be really prominent for this, for you guys. Because it's true. It's like the infinity symbol, as above, so below. So like it always loops back around. And so it's like, you're stepping into this beautiful cycle, but you have to keep your eye on the prize. And there's something here about planning, looking to the future, looking ahead and planning. Like taking a thought, an idea, a dream, and starting to implement it into the 3D and work towards it. So taking it from like the mind or the astral realm or the soul and bringing it into the 3D now. Okay. The white stag could be significant. This is also divine masculine, like again, king of the forest. So for some of you guys, you do have like a king energy here. Maybe you are the king I'm talking to. Expect the unexpected. There is like fertility energy flow. I mean, it is literally just flowing to you. So the main part of this message, which I'm done with this message now, but you are being protected by Archangel Michael's sword. Like you are under some powerful divine protection right now. I will say that. Probably because part of it is also like as these people like get hit with their karma, you're being blessed with your good dharma, karma, whatever. And for some of you guys, these people might try to like you know, it's almost like, oh, things are going wrong for me probably because, you know, it's like they're still blaming you. Like they energetically, I don't know why. Like people are insane, man. But it's like they are so egotistical and they are so in their wounded ego. Even people, like I said, that are like a high priestess or a shaman or whatever. Doesn't matter. You guys, it is scary the amount of readers and people out here that like start YouTube channels that are not, they should not be doing what they're doing. They should not be interfacing with people. They should not be speaking to it. Like they should not, because they themselves are, you know, covered in demonic and parasites or energies. They're ungrounded. They're all, you know, it's wild. Okay. So they might come on a video for 15-20 minutes recording a tarot reading, but I'm telling you, it's wild. They might be able to compose their energy for that short time, but if you saw behind the scenes of their real selves and their real energy and lives, like, you would be like, oh hell no, I am never freaking watching one of your readings again. I'm telling you. And it's not just readings. I'm just using that as an example. It's not just readers. I'm talking about like everyone. Okay. But that's just me. As a seer, I see through all the illusion, like, you know, and that sucks, right? And some of you guys are like that too. But anyways, seeing through all the illusion, in fact, is exactly what's happening for you. So there's been a lot of like confusion and just kind of like mucky energy floating around. I feel like it has been like kind of messing with your crown chakra, your third eye, like your vision, your inner vision to look forward. Like, I just feel like it's been kind of muddied up lately. And there's a good reason for that. And part of it could just be like the light codes coming through and too much energy swirling. Yeah, of course. But I do feel that some of these individuals were literally intentionally doing like rituals. I'm seeing like rituals, seances, or they would just like, they were intentionally infiltrating your energy, your crown chakra, your third eye, because they wanted to know, they wanted your mind, they wanted your vision. And this stuff is very real. Like, if you're watching this right now and you're like, what is she even talking about? This is not for you. This reading is not for you. It's not for you, my love. Maybe someday it will be, but it's not. But for the rest of you guys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyways, vindication. These people, they thought they were going to pull one over on you. They thought they were going to get away with it. They thought that you were never going to say anything. They thought that they were going to keep just doing what they were doing and hurting people or whatever the case without any repercussions. And now is the moment of hardcore repercussions, okay? So again, I don't love these types of messages because I there's not one part of me that is like, good, you know, they deserve it, you know, like, I'm not that reader. There's plenty of karmic readers out there like that are in those low vibrations. And that's fine because, you know, that's a part of their journey, but I'm not that person. I have compassion, and like I said, I feel really sorry for the people that mess with souls like us, because we don't have to lift a finger. They will go under judgment. Our angelic teams, our star family, our ancestors, they will do that for us, okay? Like, we don't have to do anything except keep loving ourselves and being compassionate and kind, because what you put out, you get back. So you, mi amor, you've put out a lot of love, and now love comes face to face with you. You have put out, the star card is a card of healing. It's a card of wishes fulfilled and things like that. But it's a card of major, major, major rejuvenation, healing. Like, I just feel rejuvenated. I feel alive again. I feel so amazing again. Like, after such a dark period, after tower moments, like, you know. So you are someone who, you are a star soul. You are a star seed from the stars, the angelic realms, whatever. But like, you're on earth, but not of earth, right? But you are helping everyone in that regard by being that reflection. So that's another thing that you have been putting out, is healing energy, light energy, you know, like that kind of higher vibrational frequency that isn't really common on earth or hasn't been. And then the wealth, you have helped people when you had nothing to give. Like you're someone where you would give the shirt off your back, right? Like that saying, like you help when your cup has been empty. And you've learned that you can't always do that. Like you have to fill your cup. You have to take care of you first. When the plane goes down, you have to put the oxygen mask on you first in order to help others, right? Me and one of my sister clients were talking about that, the whole mask thing earlier, about like, you know, you have to like pour into self in order to even show up and help others. And that's just a part of the lessons that you've been moving through. But you have put out so much money, so much time, so much effort into creations. And this is all the money that the rats like siphoned or stole, or just, you know, like, I mean, literally it could be anything. It could be like an ex who, you know, you co-signed for something and they freaking did you dirty and you ended up getting in trouble. Plus your credit score got knocked. Like, you know, you had to pay the money back. Like it could be stuff like that. Okay. For example, and I know me saying that some of you guys out there are like, oh yeah, I've been there. Okay. That's coming back to you. It's like the stuff like that, like stuff that was an injustice that you had nothing, like it was just done to you. You were the victim. Like I said, the people, the perpetrators, the antagonizers, the agitators, they're the ones who are under this judgment now, and you're the one in this now, right? But for a long time, you have dealt with these kinds of people and these kinds of energies. And I'm talking over and over and over again. Maybe not the same people or groups, but you have had the same experiences over and over and over again like this throughout time, because it was a part of your soul initiation, your grand rising, to get you to this point of high level discernment, like I said, where you can't get anything past us. You cannot. And that's the thing, is people who are in lower vibrational consciousness, they think they are so fucking smart. They think they're so intelligent. They think that all this stuff is woo-woo. They think, you know, oh, psychics aren't real and this isn't real. You know what I mean? But just because their consciousness isn't plugged into that, they're way plugged into the matrix still, right? That doesn't make it not real. That doesn't make who you are not real, right? So they doubt you. They absolutely underestimated you, and they thought they were the intelligent ones and they outsmarted you and they were gonna win or do this or whatever. And in fact, they're the ones losing now. Okay. So I feel like there are people like this from your life, from your history, from your past, that some of them I feel have a lot of regret and remorse, actually. Okay. We have Mercury going retrograde, right? Pretty soon, whatever. And there could be people from the past or people who did wrong you, who reach out to you and they want to make amends. They want forgiveness. They want to just kind of clear the air, like in these ways, right? So I would expect probably, I mean, we have Mercury retrograde, what, like 4 times a year or 3 times a year, something like that. And very rarely do I get messages like this about it. Like where I'm like, yeah, people will probably like you could have multiple people from your past. You might also be feeling that too. You might be feeling that, like, to bring healing to yourself and forgiveness to yourself, etc. You might be the one who feels like you need to reach out and like make amends with certain things, or just, you know, I'm so sorry I did that to you. You didn't deserve it. And I'm just so sorry, you know, as simple as that. And that's what I mean. Okay. For some of you guys, these are, and this is very distinct, so it's not going to be for everyone, obviously, but for some of you guys, you're such powerful starlights. These people were trying to block you from becoming the highest version of yourself that you could be, period. Whether they were, you know, NPCs, whether they were just infiltrated, whether they are just evil disguised as good people, or healers or whatever, you know what I mean? Because you guys, it's out there it's crazy. It's crazy, right? That's what I mean. Like, don't just go at face value with people ever. Like, tune in with what you feel, what you pick up on, how the vibes are around them. Does the energy shift? Is it cold? Do you feel judgment, low-key judge, like, you know, things of that nature, right? But anyways, okay, we won't get into all that. I'm gonna end with let's get a couple, let's get a couple Intuit Oracle cards. So yeah, so this is the message, you guys. You're gonna be publicly, like, there's something here for some of you guys about publicity, public. Like, again, this feels connected to those of you guys that have been called liars when you were speaking. When you were telling the truth, people called you liar because they were the ones lying. They were the ones lying. And so what they did is, again, they took what they did to you and twisted it around and played the victim. This is very narcissistic energy, sociopath energy. But they would, like, let's say it was like a friend and you have a friend group, for example. Or like a community, or your new, or, you know, at work or something. Okay. But for a lot of you guys, it might be like a coworker or someone that, you know, blamed you for something or accused you of something and you never even did it. Maybe you were wrongfully terminated. Maybe you got fired because of it. I'm telling you, this is the kind of injustices I'm talking about. You may not even remember, but the universe does. I mean, like, you may not remember certain injustices that happened to you 20 years ago, but the universe clocked it. The universe remembers. The universe doesn't forget, okay? And so it's like, it's this whole, like, full circle moment. And that's why you have judgment, because judgment represents that. Judgment is connected with the world card. The world card is the completion. The judgment represents, like, you've moved through it, right? Yeah. And bottom of the deck, just showing up here, is the new moon. Yes, spring into action. New beginnings, fresh start. It's new moon energy. So, you know, and this is that, because this is like a fresh start here. This is victory. This is alignment with the star. Wealth, riches, like material gain, material wealth. Stuff that's, you know, it's owed to you. It really is owed to you. And what's crazy, okay, look at that. The rings, an agreement, pact, a cycle. That's funny, because I literally just talked of the full circle moment. And then we get two full circles, rings. Contracts, trust. People broke alliances. People broke trust in contracts. People broke contracts. People broke alliances. People broke friendships. People broke, right? This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. But it brings, and look at circular, closure, continuing on, a promise, a bond. There's marriage in the cards. Literally, there's marriage in the cards. Divine union, marriage, engagement, just partnership. But it's like high level. This is what you've been single for. This is what you went through the divorce and all the things for. This is what you went through the stuff. This is the moment where you experience what you're truly meant to experience. And it's a moment of closure. You are going to receive some type of healing closure through this vindication, through this justice. It brings you healing. Exactly. Look at this. You can't make it up. I'm never wrong about this stuff. Look, Jupiter, expansion mansion. This is like the Wheel of Fortune, right? Jupiter, expansiveness, optimism. Like, all you have to do right now is just be optimistic. Growth, benefits, luck, making stable changes, destiny, tolerance. A turning point. That's what it is. It's a turning point. Goodwill, good fortune. And it's funny because look at the wheel. The circle, the wheel. Okay, and then you have the summer. And this is just the timing because we just hit summer, right? Like summer solstice. We just hit summer solstice. Major opportunities. The summer brings major opportunities. Celebrating the light, no longer being in the dark. Warmth, growth. Rewards for being bold, but also you might be called to be bold about something or brave about something. Relaxation, more leisure time. You got, yeah, okay, like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Like it's like it's all catching up. All the hard work, all the crap, everything you've been through, all the good you put out, it's catching up here. This is like divine treasure, but it's also like what you literally have worked for, what you have accumulated. Expansion, positivity, building strength. You've stayed positive and you've continued to build strength even through, again, like I said, this kind of energy. Like you're a pure heart and a good soul. Like you're a pure-hearted gold, like you have a golden heart. Like you move from your soul. Whereas most people walking around on earth, they move from their ego. They move from their trauma and their triggers. But you move from your soul. And you always have helped people irregardless of that. Like you could be feeling like this, going through the worst days of your life, and you will show up for another person who's in need. That's why this is coming through the way that it is. So anyways, you guys, I'm going to leave it here. I already went way over time, but thank you so much. And thank you for supporting the channel, for hyping the video. That like pushes it out into the algorithm. So that helps a lot. So thank you so much, liking all the things. If you want to connect with me one-on-one, you can find all the info, all my different services, etc. in the description box below. Just send me an email and we will get you scheduled and set up. So anyways, you guys, thank you again. This reading is beautiful, like for who this is for. I think it's for a lot of you. It's for a lot of souls out there right now. You know, whether you find it the day I upload it, the week I upload it, or 5 years from now, you know, it's timeless. This is a timeless collective message. So it doesn't matter when it finds you. It will find you when it's meant to. And that is exactly how your wish fulfillments, the alignment, the 10 Pentacles, that's how it is for you too. This stuff finds you. It comes when it's time, when it's meant to, right? So now is the time. Now is the moment. So anyways, you guys, you are vindicated. Justice is here. And the summer should be a beautiful experience for many of you. So anyways, have a beautiful day. Thank you again. Namaste.